Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Gabe, and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and I hope everybody is doing great and having a wonderful week so far. Anyway, just we're going to have a little chit chat about JLo Beauty skincare today, so I hope everybody is ready to hear my final thoughts on it. If you guys have been following me for a little while, you know that I have been using the products for about 30 days. I did a two-part series where I talked about the product, broke it down. Then in the second part, I actually used the product in an evening routine and a morning routine using the product and kind of giving my first impressions on the product. So I have been using it for about 30 days now, and so I want to give my final complete product thoughts on the brand. But before we get started, I just want to throw this out there that, again, this has nothing to do with Jennifer Lopez. This is basically sold off of her product. This has nothing to do with her as a celebrity, and it has nothing to do with her as a person, and it has nothing to do with anything in her life and her career. This has to do with just the product. So we're going to take Jennifer Lopez out of the equation, and we're going to focus just on the product that the company has created. Now, as you guys know, the company is actually, if I'm not mistaken, and if anybody down below can correct me if I'm wrong, but Gunthy Ranker does own part of the brand. So them and JLo have partnered together, and Gunthy Ranker has been in the cosmetic industry for a very, very long time. They used to do all types of infomercials, and they're the ones that started one of the first ones to start like the payment plan, the 60-day bottom of the jar guarantee, you know, that kind of sort of thing. And return the jars if they're, you can return them even if they're empty, which is what JLo has as a guarantee on her. It's either 60 or 90. I think it's 60 days, bottom of the jar guarantee, which is something Gunthy Ranker's on. I do know that they've been around for a very long time. So they basically have partnered with her, and they've created a beautiful skincare line, and they're also going to eventually partner into makeup. So makeup will actually be happening soon, I'm sure. If I know JLo, she'll bring it to us like really soon. She's not one to play around. So she got started with this. This is her starter. This is her baby. And that's what I do want to remind everybody too on this as well. This is the baby line. Okay, so this is a brand new line. It's just started. So it doesn't have everything in a brand that some of the other skincare lines have. So it's still got a lot of time to grow is what I'm trying to say. So it's just the baby line right now. So this is just what she brought out just to start with, which is the basics, which is what's needed. Just like Rihanna did with Fenty, with her, with Fenty Beauty. That's exactly what JLo's doing with hers. She give us a basic, and eventually she will grow the line as it goes along and add pieces to the brand, you know, an exfoliator probably, you know, retinol, you know, all that stuff down the line. She's probably going to throw all that more mask, more different types of products as we go along. Right now, this is what we have. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the products thoroughly and give each product kind of like my personal opinion on and what the experiences that I've had with the product. Then we will move forward with the final thought and kind of like just synopsis of what I feel about the brand as a whole. So first of all, we are going to start off with the cleanser. So I'm gonna start off with the cleanser since it's actually the first one, and it's called that Hit Single. And so the cleanser is a gel-like formulation. It reminds me a lot of, and again, these are not affiliated, so there's just some comparisons I'm comparing it to. Reminds me a little bit of the Paris Hilton cleanser, the DNA cleanser, because it has the pearl essence to it, except Paris's has like supposed to be caviar in hers, but JLo's has like a little bit of that iridescence to it too when you put it on. So it's like a gel that, you know, you rub it on after a while, and then you add water, and then it kind of froths up, and then you kind of splash it off, and that's how it removes makeup, and it's supposed to take off all eye makeup and everything. So first of all, the claims are true. So what she claims that it does do. It does remove your eye makeup. It does remove your face makeup. It does remove everything. So it does take it all off. So it does do that. It does do it without stripping the skin. You know, it does make the skin feel clean after you do use it. It is a really easy cleanser to use. And of course, you know, it's all in one, so it's not like a bunch of different types of products. However, if you guys do know me, as like, you know, first of all, you know that I have very dry skin. So I was a little skeptical with this cleanser. The other thing is I do a double cleanse. So on my video in the part 2 that I did do a double cleanse with this cleanser. And I've done it once or twice since then. I still love my balm though. I still love using a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil. It's just something that I prefer personally myself. I feel that it just helps the cleanser out a little bit more. The cleanser doesn't have to work as hard. However, you can, if you wanted to use the cleanser without using a cleansing balm, you could definitely do that. And you could definitely use it, go back in as a second step if you want to do a double cleanse, but you definitely don't have to use 2 cleansers to use this cleanser. You can use it just one, just like she said. Everything she said is exactly what the cleanser does. Does it do anything more than that? No, it's going to remove your makeup. It's going to make your skin feel clean. It's not going to make it feel super tight. On me, it does feel, after using it a couple days, it did make my skin feel a little bit tighter than normal. It just feels a little bit more taut. But I think it's supposed to have that little bit of that taunt, but it does make it have like a after effect that it looks glowy, but then when you touch your skin, it doesn't feel emollient or anything. It just has that little bit of a glow to it. All of the products have that little bit of I don't want to say iridescence is not the word, but it has a mica or something in it, or some kind of the formulation leaves a little bit of a radiant look to the skin. So all of the products leave that little bit behind. So even all the moisturizers, everything does that. So the line does make you glow, which is what the premise of her brand is to make you glow. So so the cleanser does do that. However, I still like using an eye makeup remover. I've had problems removing my eye makeup with it. The first time I used it on camera, and I've used it 2 or 3 times removing my eye makeup, it's okay, and it didn't sting me that day, but then about 2 or 3 days after, and especially being on camera and doing a lot more eye makeup lately, I've definitely needed to do an eye makeup remover. I need an oil-free eye makeup remover. I don't even use cleansing balm around my eyes because it still burns my eyes. So anything around my eye area just really irritates my eye area, and I need that extra eye makeup remover or something to remove it with. I don't even like to go over it with cleansing balm because it just leaves a greasy film over my eyes still. It still doesn't come off very well. I just need to take it all off first before I do my cleansing balm, and then before I do my cleanser. I'm just a little extra, but it does help my eyes because they're so sensitive. And this did make my eyes tingle a little bit and burn around it, especially taking off mascara and stuff. But again, that is me. My eyes are very, very sensitive. I think that somebody could definitely use this. If they don't have any sensitivities or something like that, would be perfect for them. I personally feel like the cleanser is a little bit still geared more towards normal to combination, normal to oily skin. I personally think that it's really hard to brand a simple skincare line for all skin types right away. I feel like everybody still needs to have another cleanser for dry skin, one for combination skin, one for oily, because everybody's skin type is different. But for it to be an all skin type cleanser, it does do very well on dry skin. If you're more normal, maybe normal to dry, also, because I've used Fenty Beauty as well, and hers for some reason doesn't make me feel as taunt, and I can use it around my eye area a little bit better, and it doesn't bother me as well. But it is a really good cleanser, and I think anybody that's combination oily or somebody that's a little bit more on the that kind of side, I think this cleanser would be great for because it's a little bit more gel based. I like a little bit more milky. I like something a little bit more oily. I just need that extra hydration, and I just feel like even though it didn't strip my skin that much, I just felt like I needed that little extra push to it. So moving on to the next one, and just to give you guys another heads up, I'm so sorry, I meant to say at the beginning, this video is probably gonna be a little lengthy. I'm gonna try to keep it under 30 minutes, but I want to go through everything very thoroughly because I've been through a lot with these products. So I want to, you know, as far as like, you know, really trying to take notes and make sure that we get it correct. But I want to give you guys the thorough knowledge of it. So I'm going to be about a good, anyway, 25, 30 minutes probably. So just letting you know, just give me a heads up. I'll do timestamps down below, but just wanted to throw that out there. So next product we want to talk about is the mask. So this is the bomb. It's like, it does exactly everything that she says that it does. It makes your skin look beautiful. It makes it look radiant. It makes it look wonderful. If you put this on first before you do any of the serum and the cream and what have you, it will just make your skin look great. If you're going to go out on a night out or whatever, these are $18. If you're going to go out or whatever, these would be absolutely perfect to throw in your bag and to make your skin just look absolutely wonderful. The serum behind it is, of course, it's actually the actual serum that JLo Glow serum. It has it in the mask. The only thing I will say about this is, again, it's $18. It's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive for a sheet mask that you're going to use one time and then take off. It's okay if you're going to do a once in a blue moon type situation. But if you're like me, I see much better benefits using the mask with my serum over top of it, then the cream, and then everything else. But because I didn't get the benefits as much without using the mask. So the mask is a necessity for me because it adds that extra moisture to my skin. But it is very expensive, and there are some other sheet masks out there that are just as good, that will do a good job, that is not as expensive. But if you really want a really good sheet mask and you don't mind spending the $18 or the $48, I think it's $48 for the box set, it is for 3. There's 3 in a box, so there's not many in a box either. And I've this is the one, I've already went back and purchased another box, okay? So I've bought 2 boxes since I got the product, and I absolutely love these. So these are like, I don't want to say a necessity for me because I love the JLo Beauty mask too, the sheet mask, the wishful mask. I love her hydrating and glow mask. I love it. It's so awesome. And they're a little bit less expensive than these, but I really, really, really do love this, and I do recommend the mask. Like, out of everything, this is like probably one of my favorites out of the brand. And just to let you guys also know, this is the way the order that I'm going in is not my favorites to worst. It's just, I'm just randomly going through them and just telling you what I think. Okay, so next, let's talk about the serum. Okay, so the serum is beautiful. It does give the tightening. It does give the glow. It does have the anti-aging complex. Again, it's a very good serum. I felt like, again, it was a little bit too dry for me after a while. I love the way it feels. For 2 weeks, just using it on its own, it was a little hard because it was a little tight. It still wasn't. It does, again, it gives a glow. But the glow but the serum dries down, and it's just, you don't feel anything. And then you can see the glow, but it still feels tight, which is the tightening and firming is in it. But it just made my skin feel tighter, and it made it feel drier. And now when I started mixing products in with it, it worked really well. So this serum mixed with my oil and 1 or 2 of my other serums like I normally do, just boosted and made it look even more beautiful. So it did really good using it with other skincare, but just alone for me personally, it wasn't enough. But the product is beautiful. It is a beautiful product, and the packaging is beautiful. Everything about it is great. And actually, beside the mask, this is one of my favorite products, but I need it with something else. I can't just use it on its own with just a cream over it. I need more with it. With that said, anybody that's normal, I would say normal combo, even oily. If you're oily, you could probably put this on and not even use one of the moisturizers except for maybe the sunscreen. but you definitely could just get by with just using this and you would be good to go, as long as you make sure you put some kind of a sunscreen or something over top of your skin, and then before you put your primer and your foundation. But it would work really, really well underneath for oily skin. I think combo skin would enjoy it. Normal would. If you're dry and you're a little bit more on the normal to dry side, I don't know. It's kind of iffy. She had these little skin care starter sets, and that would be the time to try it to see if you like it. I would get one of those and try it out first to see, because usually she has a sample of it in there, and that way you could actually try it to see if you like it first, to see if it works for your skin. But for me, I just needed to add extra moisture to it, and I'm going to continue using it with all my other serums, but I just need more moisture than this gives me. And the other thing I just want to mention is that if you're looking for stuff for age spots, or if you're looking for vitamin C, or if you're looking for retinol, or if you're looking for a little bit more intensity, it's probably not going to be in this serum. You would have to look, because I know those kind of serums usually it's one and done in each type of serum, because it does a different function. This serum doesn't really do that. I don't think her claim on that, if I'm not mistaken, that's not one of her claims on this. It helps with dullness and even texture and loss of firmness. And, it's gluten and cruelty-free and fragrance-free and anti-aging, but it doesn't claim anything about age spots and all that kind of stuff. So, which again, maybe later in the future, she will have something like that. Right now, it's just not. So if you're needing something like that, it wouldn't be in this serum. But if you want a serum that is a very good starter serum, one that gives a glow, one that is very, it's very kind of not basic, because it's a little bit beyond basic, but it's a good starter serum, that would be this one. It is a really, really good one as far as that's concerned. So that one would definitely be, and oh, by the way, I think I forgot to tell the price. The price is $79 for this size. And this one is this is the 1 ounce. And then she has a larger size. I think it's a 1.7. And I want to say it's either 115 or 118. And I think that's on her site. I got this from Sephora, and I think Sephora only carries the one size right now. So, if you definitely go to Sephora, this is the only one they have. But if you go on JLo's site, they do have a larger size if you want a larger one. If you find out you like it and you want to get a bigger one, because it is a better buy to get the larger size, because you're getting a little bit more for your money. So next product is that Blockbuster Wonder Cream. So I have used quite a bit of this. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I've used quite a bit of that in about 30 days time. I love this cream. It's a really good cream. It starts off really thick and really luscious and really pretty, and then it melts into your skin, and it does give your skin a glow. However, again, it's not enough moisture for me. I realized the first night that I used it. Now with the mask and the serum, if I use the mask with it, it's great. It's really, really amazing with the mask and the serum and the cream. All three of those together are a great combination. By itself, it's not enough. I still needed an oil. I still need another thick cream over it. I needed to put something over top of it, because it just wasn't enough for me. My skin is just so dry. It just sucks it up, and by the end, it just feels matte on my skin. It doesn't feel glowy, and it looks glowy, but it feels dry and it feels tight. That's one of the main things that I had about this cream that I didn't like, but everything else about it I love. It does blend into the skin wonderfully. It does give your skin this beautiful glow. It does make your skin feel more firmer. It does make it look more hydrated. It does look radiant. Again, I think if I'm not mistaken, again, it has a lot of the same hydration, the dewy glow, the anti-aging, the fragrance-free cruelty, all that is the same in the cream. This cream reminds me a little bit of La Mer. And I think it's because La Mer is a thick cream, and you break down the La Mer. You break it down, and then you put it on the skin. And even with La Mer, when I used La Mer, I had to use 3 serums, the soft cream, and then the La Mer cream over top of my skin. That's how dry my skin is, and that's how tight it feels. So if she had a rich cream in this, this would, a rich, super rich one for dry skin, very dry skin, it would be perfect. It would be a perfect cream. But right now, it's just a little bit not enough for me. I will continue using this with 2 or 3 other creams like I normally do, because it is a great cream. If you have normal combination and possibly oily, if you dry in your dry spots, this would be a really good cream. If you're a little bit more on the super dry side, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to do much for you. And if you're a little bit more of an older, if you're a little bit over 50, I don't know if this would be enough for you. Again, samples, the skincare sets that she has, like the sets are $64. You get a little bit of everything in it. It's a good way to try it first. She does have a good guarantee on these. So if you wanted to try a cream or you're in the market for a new cream, this may be a good cream for you. It doesn't have much of a smell. You can smell a little bit of the olive oil in it, but not a lot. But you can smell a little bit of the olive oil in it. But it is a good cream. Again, it's just, for me, my skin is just so extra. That's just the problem with me. But it is a good cream. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. And it is $58, by the way. So it's not a bad price either for a 1.7. It's not a bad price. And again, the packaging is beautiful. It's just it's a good cream. So next, let's move on to the eye cream. And the eye cream is That Fresh Take. I always forget the name sometimes. They kind of run fresh with. So That Fresh Take is like, it's just about, you can see how much I've probably used of the product. I'm not going through it too fast. It's very watery, that you can see. So you can see that it's got a lot of the hyaluronic acid in it. I think a lot of these have niacinamide in it as well, like some of the other products. This is a great eye cream if you're puffy or you want a very lightweight, gel-based, water-based eye cream. I like it a little thicker. When I first tried it, it was good. And then after a couple of days of using it, I was like, well, this isn't giving me enough moisture. I'm not feeling it. And then I started using a little bit more and more, and it did grow on me. It's just a little different. I'm just used to something a little bit thicker. But it is really good. It's supposed to be made for dark circles and for people that have puffiness and for fine lines and wrinkles. But it is a very good lightweight eye cream. Again, if you're in your late 20s, mid 30s, this would be a good eye cream to start with if you're not on an eye cream already. And if you believe in eye cream, I know a lot of people don't believe in eye cream. If you're not really an eye cream person and you just want to use your moisturizer or whatever, then hey, then that's one less product you have to use. But there are other richer eye creams and other eye creams that I personally prefer a little bit more. But it is a really good eye cream. And again, it's in beautiful packaging. And it does work. I have really noticed though that it is super wet. And it will evaporate some, so make sure you keep your lid on it really well, because I've noticed that it goes down pretty quickly. It's a little bit, even though you only need a little bit, it seems like, but I slather on a little bit more. But it does evaporate a little bit because it's so watery and so hydrating. So definitely make sure to keep your lid on it if you decide to get it. And just to remind you of the eye cream price again, it's $48 for the eye cream. So just to keep that in mind. So next product is that Star Filter. And I've talked about this on my highlighting video, which I might have it linked down below. So if you guys want to go back and watch that, but I did a little, not a battle with the highlighters, but I just talk about different highlighters and what it is, what's the difference between them, which one would be better for you. And in this one, I actually talked about this. This is a really beautiful product. It goes on very soft. It's very blendable. I have the shade Bronze. I think she has 4 different shades. And it's a $39 1 full ounce, product. You get quite a bit of product with it. Because it is a beautiful highlighter, and a lot of people will use it as highlighter. I like to use these kind of products all over my face, which I did use. Again, the only thing bad about this one is because it does leave a beautiful glow, but once it dries down, it feels dry. And so it makes my face feel dry. So after about 30 minutes of wearing the product, I feel kind of dry. But it leaves a beautiful finish on the skin, and it does look really beautiful. And I have mixed it with things. It's just got a little bit more of a matter texture to it, or more of a matte dry down to me, but it leaves a glow, but it's a matte dry down. To me, I like a little bit more dewiness in my liquid highlighters, or a little bit more radiant feel to it. I don't really like the matte dry down. Ugh, can't talk. So combination skin and oily skin would really benefit from this if you want to use it for just pinpoints of the face, which a lot of people do when they buy these. I would definitely recommend it for that skin type. Normal, of course. Dry, you may not have the same as I did. If you want to use it all over or just mix it with some foundation, you may actually like that. If you like more of a lighter weight texture or something a little bit more on the lighter side, you would like this better than the Charlotte Tilbury or the Auric or one of the other ones that I've talked about in the past. This one leaves a little bit more of a soft focus, like blurring type, not a blurring, but just a very mattifying type. It's got the glow, but then it has like a matte silky texture on the top. So it's just a really beautiful product. Again, it just was not one that I reached for. There's other ones that I prefer reaching for more because they don't dry me out as like this one did, unfortunately. But I do like the product. I just think it's just not right for my skin type. But it is a beautiful product, and it would go well with a lot of different brands, mixing it with makeup over top of makeup or what have you. If you like a little bit more of a dry down, of a little bit more of a glow, but a glow but has a little bit more of a matte texture to it. So last but not least is the that Big Screen SPF 30. So the positives about it. So the positives about it is that it's still a beautiful wet like cream. It has a really beautiful wet like texture to it, as you can see it. It goes into the skin really well. Again, it has that little bit of a glow when you put it on or what have you. You know, it evaporates pretty quickly. The dry down on it is, I don't want to say matte because it still leaves the glow behind, but it absorbs into the skin. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. It does absorb into the skin. So you don't really need, I mean, you won't have to worry about the greasy residue or anything like that if you're worried about that, especially with the sunscreen, because sometimes they can feel like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why she did that. So it wouldn't have that, but it does have the olive in it. And it does have like a lot of hydrating elements in with it, as along with the sunscreen. It is a chemical and a physical based sunscreen that is mixed in it with it together. So I think it is, it's I never can say it, homosalate. I can't remember. It's like 15%. And then octosalate, which is a 5.0%. And then a zinc oxide, which is a 2.82%. So it is a chemical and a physical together. I know a lot of people prefer more of a physical or more of a mineral sunscreen. And then some people, they like a chemical. So it just depends on what you like. This is a mixture of the two. So the negatives to the cream. This is probably my least favorite product in the brand, and I will tell you why. It is extremely smells like sunscreen. I mean, it smells so much like sunscreen. I mean, it is like the loudest sunscreen, and I have quite a few that I love that I use. And sunscreen is sunscreen. You're going to have that little bit of a smell, but this one is so potent. It is just insane. Not only that, but it makes my eyes burn so bad because it gets in my eyes so bad. Like even if I take it up around here, it gets in my eyes and it burns so bad that I can't see. And so it's just something about it just doesn't agree with me. I'm very picky with sunscreens anyway. And I love the way the cream feels and I like the way it goes on. But again, it burns, and then not only that, around my eyes, it doesn't burn my face, just my eyes. If it gets around it or near them, which, you know, with sweating and everything else, it does get in it. Or if it gets up too close to my eye area, which it will because you smile and it will squint and go up, it just burn my eyes for some reason. It's like, sunscreens don't do that. And the ones that do, I don't purchase them anymore because I don't like that feeling anymore. I just have some that I just prefer more. And then on top of it, the smell, it's just like so, it's just, it's potent. It's a potent sunscreen. It's potent. And the other thing I don't like about it is that it just absorbs so quickly that it still leaves a little bit of a whitish film on the skin. I do realize that I think the flashback, it's got some flashback on it a little bit because of some of the chemical in it. I prefer ones that don't have that. Like, I even prefer, actually, to be honest with you, I prefer the Fenty Beauty, her SPF 30 over this one. It's just my personal preference because I like the smell better. It's more pleasant. And it just works really beautiful, and it leaves a beautiful glow, and it doesn't make me feel dry. This one made me feel dry again because it's something in it. I don't know if it's a sunscreen. I don't know, even with using Wonder Cream over it, putting Wonder Cream over it. And eventually, this one worked well when I was doing about 5 or 6 oils and mixing 2 or 3 moisturizers and then putting the sunscreen on, then all my primers like I normally do. It worked better like that, the 30 did. But it just, by itself, it's just not enough still. And then on top of the fact of the smell, and then around my eyes, it's just a sunscreen in a jar to me personally. I mean, even looking at the ingredients, and they're impressive. I mean, because I looked at the ingredients, and she's got some great ingredients in it. But for some reason, it just does not work for me. It's just a little bit more of a, if I want an SPF, I do a separate one anyway for my moisturizers. I don't have it in both. I know that this is supposed to be a little bit more of a convenient moisturizer with the 30. So that's totally up to you. I mean, if you don't mind a chemical and a physical together, and you don't mind a little bit of the smell of the sunscreen, then this will be beautiful for you. Again, if your normal combination, possibly oily, you might be fine with this. Now, if you have a problem, or if you have a darker skin type, I would definitely try a sample first before I purchase it, because it may leave more of a white cast on the skin. So then therefore you will look like you have a lot of flashback in pictures. And then only that, when you put your foundation and stuff on, you're going to look whiter. So just make sure that you try it first. I mean, but again, it's still a beautiful product. It's still really nice. I think it's $54 for this one. So it's a really good cream. It's a good cream for somebody for that particular skin type that likes that particular product. It just, unfortunately, it just wasn't right for me, unfortunately. So my hits are, as far as the Wonder Cream, the serum, and the mask. Those are my 3 hits. Those are my favorite products as far as the brand goes. Products that are kind of like in between the eye cream and the cleanser. And then the 2 that I definitely liked but wouldn't repurchase or probably get again would be the Star Filter and the SPF 30, that I would prefer doing something else. Or, there's a few sunscreens that I really like that are not as chemically, that are a little bit more mineral induced, that I just find that they work a little bit better for me. And that's just my personal opinion on that. So overall, trying to wrap this up because I know that I'm getting a little bit into time here, but I just want to let you guys know that overall, the brand is beautifully packaged. The marketing is incredible. She did a beautiful job with it. She looks incredible in all the pictures and photographs that I've seen of her. And I mean, all the publicity that she's done for this, she's done an amazing job with it. The packaging couldn't fit her better. I think it fits her absolutely perfect. It's an overall, presentation-wise, a beautiful line and a great starter line, which is going to bring me my next thing. This is a good starter skincare set. If you are someone that is just starting in skincare, just a new skincare journey, you've never really done it before, I'd probably say if you're in the ages of 21 to probably maybe even 35, 36, 37, this would be a great line for you. Maybe closer to almost 40. If you're a little over 40, then usually aging has already started on you. You might get a glow off of this product. I don't think you're going to get to see the lines and wrinkles disappear. Which is, no moisturizer is going to do that anyway, but I don't think you're going to get to see the benefits you would if you have age spots and brown spots and you need something that's a little bit more potent or something that's going to be to give you a little bit more benefit from it. This is just a great starter all around good moisturizer, serum, eye cream, basic set, which is what I said in the beginning. Eventually she will go and branch out and it will get better. Like she will add more to this and make it even better. This is just a starter, just a baby. So we're just a little baby now. We haven't grown in it. We haven't started crawling yet. So we're just a baby. But eventually she will get there. And then when she branches into the makeup and to all of that, it will grow into a really beautiful line. I know that it will because she's done an amazing job so far. I'm still really happy with the products. I don't regret purchasing them. I think they're really good products. I just don't think that some of them worked as well for me. Some of them were a little bit more of, I don't want to say a hit or a miss because I thought all of them did wonderfully. They were just some things about some of them that just didn't work for my skin type, which I hope eventually that she will do more for a little bit more drier skin type. And, you know, now that I am getting ready to turn 50, and I know we are close in age range, it's like, you know, it's just still not enough for me. I still need more. That's how I keep my skin the way that I keep my skin looking is I overhydrate and I overdo things. And which you can tell by the Wonder Cream, I used a lot of it to really keep my skin really hydrated because I just felt like some of the others weren't giving me enough and I just had to overdo it. The same thing with the serum. I'll do it 2 and 3 pumps where normally I do 1 pump of 1 serum, but I do more in this serum. You know, it's just a little bit slathering on a little bit more eye cream, like 2 or 3 layers of it instead of just 1 layer like I do some eye creams. So it just depends on what kind of, what you're looking for, how you're looking for it, the price range, you know, because although these products are really beautiful and everything about it is great, you can find things that are a little bit more affordable and even more affordable or something that's going to give you a little bit more benefit for your buck if you want a little bit more out of your skincare. But if you really love Jennifer Lopez and you really want to support her and you really want to invest in something new and you want to try something different and you're in Sephora, buy the skincare set. It's $62. It's a really good way to start. Try it out first and see if you like it. And then if you really like it, then you can always go back and get the larger size or wait to a Sephora sale, or you can get it, you know, in afterpay payments, or I think Sephora's Klarna or whatever. I know that on JLo's site, I don't think she does afterpay or anything like that yet. So definitely, you can you can get like all of it and try it and see how you like it and then make your decision then. But you know, personally, I just think there is room to grow in this brand. I definitely think that, and it will grow. It will definitely grow. I just feel that there's some missing pieces and stuff that she needs in this brand that would make it even better. And a little bit more skin type diversity as well. Like, you know, this might be good just for normal combination, and then do something a little bit more for very dry, and then do something a little bit more for more of an oilier skin. But that is it's every so often coming out with something because, you know, now her focus is going to go to makeup because she's going to be focused on coming out with color products because that is really probably what people are going to really gravitate towards. Then slowly but surely as the product goes along, she will launch, like Rihanna does, a new skincare product every season or 1 or 2 new products every season into the skincare line and then keep building it like that slowly but surely instead of all at one time. So, and that's what I'm sure she's going to do. You know, and I believe that she will. So if you want my personal feedback too, as well as far as will I buy anything else from the brand? Of course, it's Jennifer Lopez. I mean, I'm definitely going to buy stuff from her. Like when she comes out with makeup products, I'm going to be wanting to buy them as well. So I mean, you know, I'm still going to definitely keep purchasing from the brand and still trusting her. The mask, I'm sold on. The serum, it's a possibility that I will end up buying another one of these, even though that because I layer everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I layer stuff, so I mean, one product doesn't work for me anyway, so that's a possibility. you know, the Wonder Cream, yeah, sure. If I wanted to add extra moisture to something or to give it even more intensity, this would be great. So yeah, there's product that I'm going to still buy in this brand and keep buying as she grows along and grows. But as far as some of the ones that I have bought, I mean, I probably won't repurchase again. Some of them I won't. But again, it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It could be for you and it's just not for me. So just keep that in mind. Remember, my skin type is different from your skin type, and everybody's skin type is different. You could be 50 years old and absolutely love this product, and you could be 21 years old and absolutely love this product, you know, and you have to make your own judgment. I'm just telling you my experiences with the product and how I feel about it and what I did with it. So, I mean, or how it worked well with my skin. Sorry, my brain getting scattered. But it worked, but it is a beautiful brand. And I just want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me and putting up with my, the 30-day thing. And then, me doing the 2 different videos and then this one. So I promise you, this is the last one about it. I won't be doing it anymore, unless she comes up with something with makeup or anything like that in the future. But I just want to thank you guys for being patient with me and enjoying it. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this is informative for you. I hope this helps you out. I hope this helps you make decisions on products and future products in the future that you want to purchase, or when Sephora has a sale or something, maybe you might be interested in one of them. I hope this helps you make a clear decision on it, but do your own research, do your own, look around, because again, what worked for me may not work for me, will work for you. So just keep that in mind. Hey guys, future me here. Just wanted to come out and just say that I forgot to mention in the video real quick, just to tell you guys that this line does work with everything. So if you have other lines that you want to play and mix and throw in things with, this works really, really well with. So if you are looking for, if you want to buy just one of the creams and you want to use your other 2 or 3 serums or whatever, it plays well with others is what I'm trying to say. So you definitely can play this one with other products and you shouldn't have a problem with breakout or any kind of issues with it. So if you just want to try one of the products or whatever, vice versa with some of your other skincare that you're using, I think you will be fine with it. I don't think you have a problem. I've not had a problem with it by mixing in all my other stuff with it. It's actually worked better with my other products. So just to throw that out there, just so you guys have the information. I'm sorry I forgot to throw it in there. So back to our regular schedule programming. So with that said, I think I'm done. I thought my timer's just going and I'm like, oh my gosh, this video's gonna be forever. But anyway, if you stuck around this long, thank you so much for being with me. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate your love and your support. And, and again, if you guys really like me, make sure you click like and subscribe down below. I really do appreciate it. And if you already are subscribed to me and already a part of my family, I really do appreciate you as well. And I love you all. And please have a wonderful rest of the day and peace out.